you witless wonder. Give me your best. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Inigo. How are you?
Everything okay?
Everything's great. How are you doing?
I'm thinking I hope we fight together again soon.
We will. How you doing, Langley? Any good visions lately?
Yes. Let's see. I saw you terrifying the town of Whiterun. You were not yourself. You were, in fact, unrecognizable and very angry.
That doesn't sound like me at all. I wonder what you could possibly mean.
Farewell.
Farewell. Inigo, that armor looks good on you.
Good to see you.
Follow me, my friend.
Good. Let us get going then. Langley, we must be on our way. See you later.
Farewell. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
You can come too, Lydia.
Ready to get going?
Yep, follow me.
As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Are you looking for help with something? This is a busy time.
No, I'm looking for work.
We have a bit of a sensitive matter this time. A wealthy family has misplaced one of their heirlooms. Some don't even believe they exist, but the Falmer can be devious, tunneling into homes, stealing off with valuables.
Okay, you haven't told me what it is, but I'll get it back.
Move quickly so we can have this over and done with.
You are a companion. Well done. You cannot have too many allies, my friend. Especially skillfully violent ones. Rabbit. They did
Only a
not
fool
know who
lets
they were
himself get
messing
surrounded.
with.
Poor bunny!
Ah, there you are. I thought I had lost you.
Ditto. Try and keep up.
I am in your way. I am sorry.
No, you're not.
I've got your back. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Over here! Not your fast enough. I have to. You won't get the best of me. You can't win this.
Ooh!
This place smells funny.
takes care.
Huh?
We have some money. Take that. Ouch!
You need a few more arrows in you.
Go on then, Inigo, oblige.
Picked a bad time to get lost.
Treasure map. The Lady Stone, if I'm not mistaken. And Finn's Lute.
What was that?
Now that's how it's done.
Good shooting.
Good to see you again, friend.
I'm not sure what we're talking about. What did they find?
Rjorn's drum. Nobody knows where he died, and therefore where his drum might be. Haldir was the missing link. Rjorn entered Haldir's cairn in secret and presumably died there. Now all I need to do is find someone to get it. Wait, you. You could do it. I need you to get me that drum.
Okay, I've got no choice but to ask this.
You're joking, right? Rjorn, only the most famous battle drummer of the Second Age? Well, famous among bards, at least. That drum has been in half a dozen famous battles. It's a priceless artifact. Rjorn was always looking for new stories to tell. It seems he was writing a lay about Haldir when he vanished. That was the missing clue. Travel safe.
Okay, I'll get it.
Meals are served to bards at designated times.
You there.
Find an inn if you want to
performed
make
your voice
requests.
exercises today.
And sweet rolls
Yes,
are
madam.
served
I
to
know I have a lot to
Inigos
work
at
on.
any time of day.
You look a little sturdier than most of the popinjays around here.
Uh-huh.
I have things for you.
I hope this will be a mutually beneficial exchange.
I have... Oh, only one sweet roll. There you go.
All set?
Yep.
Something on your mind?
I think we've talked about money.
A necessary evil.
No, I want to ask you something else.
Fire away.
You want to relax for a while?
Okay, maybe I will work on some new material. I like the stories my mother told. One day I'll be a hero, brave and bold. I think we both deserve a bit of a break. Hey, did you hear what I said to that bandit the other day?
You say a lot to every bandit we fight, Inigo.
It is true. When I taunt them, they often lose focus. I also find insulting bullying idiots very satisfying. Anyway, I said, I can smell your fear. You should have washed today. It was quite funny. Just after I said it though, I remembered that I too had been a bandit. It hit me that I am at last back on the right side. My soul feels cleaner somehow, as if the bandits we fight are little pieces of my misspent past washing away. I am lucky I got free of that life when I did. It would have only been a matter of time before someone like you came along and ended my wretched existence. From experience, I can tell you that most bandits are completely lost. They are violent thugs with ugly minds. I sometimes do wonder if there are any worth saving, though. There must be a few, I suppose. But if you choose to live like that, you have to accept the consequences.
You obviously have your regrets.
Yes, I know that in this world at least, killing is a part of living. We all do it to survive, for gold, or to put food in our bellies. But taking pleasure in the death of the guiltless for nothing more than sport is wrong. Some dirt never washes off.
I do try to do what's right, but I have some regrets also.
It is a complicated world, and it is hard to get by without putting a foot wrong. Do you mind if I ask what it is you regret?
Let's just say I made some bad choices in the past, without going into details.
I do not know much, but I will tell you this. The person who gave me a reason to go on cannot be a bad soul. Perhaps you have finally found your place in this world. Whoever you were when you made your mistakes, I think you left that individual behind. It is one thing to be offered a second chance, but to create your own, as you must have, takes more strength than I can imagine. Anyway, I think that is enough about that for now. Did you want to talk about something else?
Do you have any thoughts?
When you summoned me to your side after flying away from Dragon's Reach on that beast, I was relieved you had made the trip without being eaten. I will always remember standing next to you in that strange place, knowing we were about to make history. A good memory.
Certainly was. Do you believe in destiny?
Yes. No. It is complicated. I believe we have a bit of control within the choices available to us. We may be more or less likely to choose one thing or another, but I do not think the future is entirely written. Therefore, we are not bound by destiny. Langley's predictions seem to back this up somewhat.
I agree. I believe we forge our own destinies, to some degree.
Maybe it is a bit of both, yes. Of course, we cannot control much of what makes us who we are, but to say our lives are entirely predetermined seems a little much. We may not be able to control what we think in a given moment, but I think we can often decide which thoughts to act on.
I think we were destined to have this conversation.
I think it was likely that we would have this conversation, as long as additional random factors gave us a helping hand, which they did. It is an interesting subject. If we are bound by destiny, do we have any control at all? If so, where does it begin and end? Were you always going to find all 8 eggs for Langley, or could you have called it a day at 6? I have seen many people who blame their poor circumstances on fate. I have also seen people successfully change their situations for the better. Was that destiny also? Perhaps. But when the word describes either outcome, it becomes meaningless to me.
I know what you mean. It does seem like a meaningless concept.
When taken literally, yes. Now that I think about it, when I talk about destiny in everyday life, I am really referring to probability. I think. To be honest, I am not sure anymore. Let us leave this topic for now, my friend. It is making my head hurt.
I wanted to ask
What is
you...
on your mind? I am so proud that we ended Alduin together. I almost wish he would return so we could do it again. We were pretty amazing.
I hope he stays dead. I wanted you to sing me a song.
What do you want to hear?
Why don't you pick one?
Okay, but remember, you asked for it. Okay, this one is just a bit of fun. There never was such a silly spider. A spider came to town last night. The spider was angry, he wanted a fight. He wasn't too bright, set himself a light. A burning spider is quite a sight. People gathered to watch him burn, and still Mr. Spider refused to learn. There never was such a silly spider. Silly, 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 silly spider. There never was such a silly spider. The spider came to town this morning. He wanted to shop and do some exploring. He frightened the girl, made her hurl. The guards let him off with a warning. People chased and he did run. Silly spider thought it was fun. There never was such a silly spider. Silly, 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 silly spider. There never was such a silly spider. The spider came to town today. He told the townsfolk he wanted to play. They ran him through, made spider brew, then wrote this song I am singing to you. Silly spider did not stand a chance. People gathered to sing and to dance. There never was such a silly spider. Silly, 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 silly spider. There never was such a silly spider. The end.
Thank you. That's enough singing for now. Have some more another day.
I agree. I am not very good.
Inigo, you're wonderful.
Goodbye for now.
No, you come. We need
Greetings.
to find. We need to find
You lead, I follow.
Inga Six Fingers, whatever her name is.
Let me give you some room.
Oh, it's the table that's in my way. You want something as well.
That damn fool! I should wring her neck.
Who's Nick?
Lorena. That fool student of mine stole my flute and sold it to some necromancer. I just got a ransom note for it. That flute has been handed down for 17 generations. Well, don't just stand there. Go get my flute!
Right away, man. But why would a necromancer want your flute?
Apparently, Lorena told him some story about the flute being able to make the dead dance. It's just a flute. A really old and valuable flute, but just a flute. Always good to see a fellow bard.
Okay. It looks like we've been sidetracked. Inga Six Fingers, hello.
It makes me sad whenever I think about it.
Why are you sad?
Oh, sorry. My mind wanders sometimes. I was just thinking about Finn's loot. Over a year ago, thieves broke into the college and made off with a lot of valuable things, mostly gold and silver. But they also stole Finn's loot. We just learned where the bandits fled to, and I very much want that loot back.
What's so important about Finn's loot?
Finn was the bard who invented the 8-course loot that is commonplace today. Until he found a way to string the extra courses, bards only had 6-course loots. The loot they stole is Finn's original 8-course loot. I doubt they even realize its true value.
I already found it.
What? You did? Oh, sweet divines, you did! There is no way I can pay you what this loot is worth, but I can teach you a few tricks I've learned over the years. Always good to see a fellow bard.
Thank you very much. Right, come on. Ah, this place. Okay, let's get our head down for a while.
Yes, my friend.
Your thoughts on this place?
Why do the dead have glowing eyes? The lights may be on, but no one is at home.
I sense more death comes for no one hides from the dead.
Let me ease your passing.
I've got an arrow in my ear.
Soon you know the cold of death.
You do nothing but anger me.
You are not welcome.
What you want?
Come on, you witless wonder, give me your best.
Oh! Oh, that was close.
I sense a presence. Death comes for you now.
I will cover you a prettier face.
Oh,
The dragonfly says that was an impressive kill.
yours or mine?
Well, dead underground anyway.
I do love a kill cam. Aha! You know, I told you about regretting some things. I regret pulling that.
In places like this, it is hard to remember there is still joy in the world.
Ah, yes, okay. We have fishes. We have snakes.
This sword is sharper than you.
You can never truly stop. The endless sleep comes for us all.
You are an embarrassment.
In case anybody's wondering, I used to have an easier time. Before I started this session, I set my gameplay to legendary. I had been on adept, and it was getting a bit easy. So I've moved up to legendary. In case somebody thought my sword had gone blunt.
Impressive.
Wasn't it though? Right, now if we pull this, we should have some success. There we go. Bye bye, ghost.
Only a fool.
Die.
Love that animation with the boot on the chest.
Damn it.
That was my fault, Inigo. A glass warhammer. That's warmed me up a bit.
Can you feel that? Excuse me, my friend.
Thank you.
Mr. Dragonfly is glad he is safe inside his jar.
You should let Mr. Dragonfly lead the way. So I got lost. Uh-oh! Oh dear! What's going on? Wow! He won't stay dead. Inigo, I think I need you in here, mate.
You will pay for that. You don't have to worry about being ugly ever again.
He's back again!
Singed food. I seem to be burning. Hit me again if you can.
Oh. Sword of Ice and Haldir's staff, which calms less powerful opponents and traps their souls should they die. I'll have that.
How are you doing, my friend?
I was wondering how you are, but you seem to be
I am
perfectly
with you.
healthy. Rjorn's drum, some arrows, some gold, a ruby, jewels, a ring, some fancy boots, and an enchanted axe.
I thought this would be darker.
That's it, we go out this way.
There's nothing like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times.
Lisette!
Uh-oh, a fellow bard. I best not miss my notes or forget any lyrics.
You are one of the finest singers in Skyrim.
Lord, stranger.
Good morning.
What's the word around town?
Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace.
Thank you.
Always good to see a fellow bard. What do you need?
Does being a bard pay well?
Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Come by the Winking Skeever anytime you want to hear a tune.
Will do.
Fresh fish, straight from the fjords.
Fresh fish sounds like just the thing today.
Pardon me. Papa says I won't see Ranmir anymore. But he wouldn't tell me why not.
Did you want some fish?
I'm right behind you. I will protect you with my life.
Ah! Most of you to come out.
Good to see. Divine smile on you, friend.
I found that drum you wanted.
At last! I have searched for this drum for 20 years. The college treasury is a bit thin right now, but I can show you some tricks I learned from my days with the army.
Thank you.
Travel safe.
Right, now one flute.
We are out where the air is rare.
Yes, my Thane?
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Will do.
I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything.
Do you get much business way up here?
Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top.
You said something about a bad deal? I'll buy that claw off you.
Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk.
Story, brief version?
Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what.
I could look into it for you.
I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem.
I won't give you a penny more than 50 gold. I know how to haggle.
Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you?
No.
Good day. If you're looking for Ranmir, he's either passed out in bed or working on winding up that way.
Okay, why set up shop here?
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Good day.
Okay. If we get the rest of Ranmir's story, we can kill two birds with one stone.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Because Pantea's flute is in
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Hobsfall Cave as well.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's
What's
gold
wrong with
wasted,
Ranmir?
friend. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes.
What if I talk to him?
Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. I'm just trying to have a quiet drink here, alright?
Have a drink on me.
Got any ale or mead?
But you need to pay Harren back for all your drinks.
Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready.
You owe her gold. You should pay it.
You're right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wasn't paying my debts? Tell Harren I'll bring her the gold I owe.
Winterhold doesn't offer much, but we like living here. Been here all our lives.
Yeah, Ranmir hasn't come up with any money, but he's promised to pay.
Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them.
Don't worry about Nellikar. He has a permanent room here at the inn. But he keeps to himself and he doesn't cause any trouble.
Anything around here needs doing, preferably to do with Ranmir.
Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right?
Oh,
I
good
wonder
buddies.
if I could ask a favor of you.
Yeah, what do you want?
It's about Ranmir.
Good.
Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, I'm getting to that. Just let me explain. See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Isabel Rollane. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day.
What can be done about it now?
I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could.
Do you know where I could find Isabel Rollane?
Oh no. Dagger's been talking at you, hasn't he? Gotten you roped into his little plan to fix Ranmir's life. I'll tell you what I told him. Stay out of it. It's none of your business. Those aren't folks you want to get tangled up with.
What do you know about it?
Enough to know that it's not worth it. Ranmir's a good boy, and he doesn't deserve what fate pushed his way. But there's only so far I'll go to risk my neck. One night, Ranmir was in here like always, drinking himself to death. When I told him there was no more hunting brew, that he drank all of it, he got angry. He ranted at me. How I didn't know what he's been through. How Isabel broke his heart when she ran off with some thief named Vex. He said he'd even gone to Riften to try and find the bastard. I think maybe he was hoping they'd just kill him, and that'd be the end of it. Dagger never heard any of this, and I chose to keep it to myself. I'm only telling you so you don't get into trouble. Riften and thieves means trouble. Just leave it alone.
Anything else you can tell me about her?
No, there isn't, and I suggest you leave it at that. I don't want to see anyone get hurt over this. Until next time.
May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
Vex, Vex, Vex.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
I have no business with you.
Just tell me that Isabel Rollane went to Hobbs Fall Cave.
Who's asking?
Me.
Well, I ain't gonna find her here. Haven't seen her in a while.
So you do know her? You do know her?
She came through a while ago. Wanted to know where she could get her hands on something valuable. Anything, really. I told her it was a bad idea. That she wasn't cut out for what'd be necessary, but she wouldn't hear it. So, I gave her some advice, pointed her towards Hobbs Fall Cave, and that was that.
Thank you. Dearest Ranmir, blah blah blah. Isabel. Okay, so that's that one done.
You can't just leave me here.
I can hear somebody talking.
Stupid skeleton! This place is not very welcoming.
Is there anywhere? Apart from the bee and barb?
Huh? That's the last of them.
No more.
I knew it. Come on!
Let's get this over with. That went well,
Only a
I
fool
think.
lets himself get surrounded. Bad idea.
Come on. Nice, Inigo. Inigo, where's that bow of yours? Kill that goat. What's going on? You're so sneaky they can't see you.
Come on. I'm on your side.
Well, get out of the way.
Are you prepared to die? Well done, Lydia. You've earned praise. Ah, yes.
Your vacant smile. We will do the rest. Magic is not victory. My blade was blood.
Victory.
Is that
Now.
Cold like this saps the strength.
Inigo, mine!
Oh. Over here, pathetic.
They are done.
Come on, Lydia, get in.
Prepared to die.
If that was your best,
I'm in big trouble.
I am master of your king.
Must
Fire, frost, or lightning, you will suffer at my hand.
Moving so slowly.
their suffering is at an end.
There we are.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. Hello, friend.
I've got something for you.
Unless it's gold for another round of drinks, I don't want to hear it.
It's a letter from Isabel. You should read it.
A what? Don't you go pulling my leg. Give it here. This is really from her, isn't it? Did she really run off and do this? For me? By the 8. She's dead, isn't she? And it's all my fault. I have some thinking to do. Thank you for this.
At least the inn is still standing. Glad to see town planning has its priorities in order.
Jarls come and Jarls go. The good cook stays for a lifetime. And I'm a
It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer.
1 tin whistle for you.
That's it! Wonderful! I knew I could count on you. I don't have any money to give you, but I can show you a few tricks I learned playing for the Winterhold Wizards. Take care of yourself.
Will do. Okay, so next time we'll go and get this glass mace from Kagrenzel. We certainly got sidetracked, Inigo, didn't we?
Tendrils of thought may wind their way through this realm, but those tendrils bind our reality together.
Okay. Say goodbye for now, Inigo.
Goodbye for now.